Alrighty, the new year is upon us, and I am sure you're trying to figure out new ways to both market and brand yourself. You see, long gone are the days of cold calling and door knocking, and in come the days of truly utilizing technology to your advantage to finding the types of clients that you really want to work with. So if you're interested in getting some ideas for new digital marketing strategies to bring in some new clients for 2021, then please stick around. Emmanuel here, and in this video, I want to break down 6 very simple and nifty ideas that you can implement in your inbound marketing strategy to try to generate you some leads. Alrighty guys, the new year is here, and I am sure you are ready to put 2020 behind you and really try to make and beat some of the goals that you have for 2021. Now, to kick things off, I want to make sure that I clarify that everything I'm going to be presenting and going over with you today is really towards inbound marketing strategies. Now, as a quick refresher, there is a difference between outbound marketing and inbound marketing. Outbound marketing is essentially a strategy where someone approaches a potential customer or lead without actually knowing if that person is qualified. A quick example of this could be cold calling or door knocking or prospecting with postcards. You're essentially marketing to people that you don't know for a service that you offer with the hopes that they will work with you. On the flip side, and really the topic of today's video, we're talking about inbound marketing, which is the methodology of attracting strangers or prospects to your sales pipeline through your marketing efforts. Really, the easy way to think about this is outbound marketing is you going out and trying to talk to complete strangers so that they can become your clients, while conversely, inbound marketing is all about people finding you online, really finding out what you're all about and then deciding if they want to work with you. All right, inbound marketing strategy number 1 is all about building your authority on YouTube. You see, YouTube is the number 2 most used search engine in the world, yet you'll quickly find out that after doing a couple YouTube searches, a lot of agents aren't on this platform marketing themselves. So that being said, it would be very conducive to your benefit to really start trying to build some authority on this platform. And the simple way to do this is just by providing value. Try doing this, and I challenge you with this. On a weekly basis, record a video of yourself talking about a particular subject in real estate that you think people should know. And the easy way to approach this is by simply thinking about all the questions that you're commonly asked when dealing with clients and responding to those as a topic for a YouTube video. All right, strategy number 2 is all about your circle of influence. And oftentimes, most agents tend to send out a weekly email to their list with just market updates or maybe some news, and that's about it. Well, to be completely honest, that is not really leveraging the power of your list. Simply because if there's one thing that has become coherently clear, it is that conversions happen in conversations. By the way, quick shout out to one of my mentors, Greg Hickman, who put me on this very specific idea, and I wanted to pass it along to you because there is so much power in this statement. But the fact of the matter is, to truly be able to leverage your sphere, you need to be engaging with them. And one of the easiest ways to engage with them is just by simply asking a question. So I challenge you this year, instead of sending out a bunch of canned email weekly newsletters, start by asking a question and build engagement and really just start a conversation. Hey, they might not be able to partake in a real estate transaction themselves, but they might know someone that is. And that is your easiest way to leverage that relationship to bring in some new business. All right, strategy number 3 is all about scheduling your social media. After talking to hundreds of agents, I honestly think the biggest Achilles heel for most agents is the fact that they do not have their social media game on lock. The fact of the matter is, there is this crazy statistic where it states that about 90% of the people on your friends list actually have no idea what you do simply because you're not that great at social media. And really, after dissecting this, the root cause of this is simply because of a lack of preparation. So the way that you want to be approaching this is, instead of trying to come up with content on a regular basis on the fly, instead try preloading your content for the month. At the end of the month, block off some time on your calendar and look at the coming month and start plotting out social media posts that you want to publish. And then you should use scheduling apps like Hootsuite or Later to schedule it out so that it simply becomes a set it and forget it process until the end of the month rolls around. And again, it's just the same cycle over and over again. Block off some time at the end of the month and then pre-plan the following month and put together some content, schedule it out, and then you're good to go. All right, strategy number 4 kind of segues in from strategies 2 and 3, in that it's all about talking to your sphere or your community to figure out what common questions are being asked and then building a webinar or a Zoom meeting around that. All right, guys, let's be real here. We can't make any more excuses about doing webinars simply because if there's one main thing that we've learned in 2020, it's that we've all figured out how to use Zoom. So putting together a webinar is actually pretty easy nowadays since you've been forced to really get in the reps using Zoom or Google Meet or whatever application that you're using for conferencing. So what I challenge you to do is talk to your sphere and ask them what it is that they want to learn or know about in real estate. And then from there, put together a nice little 10 or 15-minute presentation using Google Slides. Send out a calendar invite to your sphere or maybe promote it using some ads and then execute a webinar. Really, the goal here is to really start building some authority amongst your sphere so that you can start building some confidence to really start growing your authority and building your brand everywhere else. And speaking of webinars and building authority, my next tip is all about getting comfortable talking in front of strangers. Now, this isn't something completely new. This is actually something that has been beaten into you if you've ever taken any type of real estate coaching at all. However, the idea here is that you want to try to get in front of as many strangers as possible. And really the strategy going into this is simply by looking at your community and figuring out if there are any events that are happening where you can try to voluntarily provide value. For example, is there a neighborhood town hall happening? Then I highly recommend that you reach out to the coordinators and see if they'll allow you to do a little talk about something specific that will benefit the neighborhood and that really has alignment with real estate. And obviously we're not doing any town halls anytime soon, but if you follow the strategy mentioned in example 4 about setting up a Zoom call, then talking to people in your neighborhood should be pretty straightforward. And really from there, it allows you to introduce yourself to complete strangers and hopefully showcase some of your expertise. And then from there, hopefully it'll resonate with them and then provide them with a reason to work with you. Alrighty, and my last inbound marketing strategy for 2021, my last little nugget is really kind of honing in on leveraging social media, specifically Facebook groups. Now, really the goal here is to create a Facebook group that brings in as many people as possible that really align with your core values and maybe something that you enjoy doing. By the way, pro tip, circling back to strategy number 2 about scheduling your social media, this is a great example to use this strategy of kind of pre-populating what your posts will be for the entire week. But please keep in mind that it doesn't only have to be a Facebook group about neighborhoods. In fact, I have one client that loves hiking and the outdoors and created a Facebook group talking specifically about what he's passionate about. And then from there, he consistently posts about hiking and trails and equipment that he loves using and really getting his name out there for something that he is not only enjoying as a hobby, but also something that really excites him. And as more and more people joined his Facebook group, he was able to build a larger community. And through this process of community building, he was able to leverage his expertise as a real estate agent to this group of people that shared alignment with one of the things that he was also interested in, aka hiking. And he was able to build a healthy and strong relationship with the people in the community and a sustainable business using this kind of formula and format. Alrighty, so to wrap things up, a few things I want to leave you with. Number 1 is that, as you can see from these strategies that I've laid out, I am talking about nothing with regards to paid marketing or paid ads. You see, paid ads do work, but we highly recommend not starting any paid ads until you figured out your messaging and really understand what defines you and your unique selling proposition as a realtor or real estate agent. And the other thing about this strategy is that we really honed in and focused on inbound marketing, which means that everything that you're going to be doing, it's going to be designed to point them toward your website and a call to action on your website to have them work with you. Obviously, building out a website to capture those leads is a whole nother strategy on its own. And I'll save that for another video for maybe a future day. But really, the goal here is understanding the simple principle that you need to use your website as a tool to capture those leads. Alrighty, now to wrap things up for this video, if you guys need any help in terms of an inbound marketing strategy or maybe designing your webpage so that it's easier for you to capture leads, please by all means reach out. It's one of the things that we're experts in and we will be happy to help. Just make sure you click that button to schedule a strategy session with us. And lastly, if you found this video helpful or even just found a tidbit of value from this, please click that like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon. You know it helps us out, it supports us, and really supports our ability to create future videos for you. So thank you so much in advance. That being said, that wraps it up for me. So I wish you guys a great rest of the day, and I will see you on the next video.